Hi everyone, Michelle here. I'm responding to the question that Regina and group posted, asking us to explain how we think the successful development of a sound budget and the type of budget plan used can contribute to negatively or contribute to the advancement of the mission of an institution. Barr and McClellan reminded us that we must align our mission, vision, and strategic priorities to our budgets. So successful budgeting would allow us to meet the needs of our institutions while also considering what the needs are of our stakeholders. Barr and McClellan said that needs are programs that are essential and help us to perform core functions, meet mandated requirements, fulfill critical expectations. So, for example, in my department, we have part of our accreditation through the Georgia PSC for teacher educators, and we're required to show how we are following their standards, how we're providing highly qualified clinical educators, which include training for our mentor teachers, university faculty, how we are tracking our students' field experiences, and maintaining those mutually beneficial partnerships. Therefore, my position as the clinical director is really to oversee that, make sure that we are meeting the needs of our standards, and this also aligns with both the institution's vision and mission as well as the College of Education's mission and vision. If we were to take away my position, we may not be able to meet the needs as they are outlined and we need for our accreditation. They also described wants as desirable but non-essential programs or services, maybe ways to pursue new initiatives, but we have to make sure that our needs are met prior to making sure that our wants are met. We don't want to take away services that are essential for our students in order to provide for those extra services that may or may not always meet the needs of our mission and vision in an institution. One thing I found most interesting while I was reading was that the authors mentioned that forecasting expenses for faculty positions is a challenge. This made me think about how our unit managers must consider what their needs are in the coming future. They need to have foresight where they can determine if we're going to need new positions or if we may need to get rid of positions. And so they almost have to be able to predict what's going to happen, and I think that that would be very difficult to do, but we have to have those considerations if we continue to meet the mission of our institution. The second part of the question asked which phase or step do you think would be most challenging to you as a budget manager when considering the cycle of developing and managing the fiscal year budget. In my opinion, I thought that the setting institutional and unit budget guidelines would be most difficult for me. And I mention this because, as I stated earlier, sometimes you have to be able to forecast what the needs are that haven't yet happened or that we need, but you have to be able to see what's coming in the future, and so you have to have that big idea of what's going on. I think that would be very difficult at this point to be able to consider that, but Barr and McClellan also said that budget guidelines, however they are determined, will reflect the assumptions held by planners regarding enrollment, demand for services, opportunities, and problems facing the institution. So therefore, we really have to make sure that we have the right people on those budget committees at the institution and make sure that we're not leaving anybody out, and so we can collaboratively work together to set those budget guidelines. But again, that would be a difficult position for me at this point to begin on, but I believe it's something that I can learn how to do. Thank you.